We're talking about the story which is on the front page of the Sun this morning. The headline is Kelly's Heroes. Television's Kelly Brook blasted darts bosses for caving into snowflakes and axing walk-on girls, saying they're denying women a lucrative job. These are the women, of course, that will walk on ahead of the darts players, just setting the tone, really, building the atmosphere ahead of the darts taking place. Have they done the right thing then, banning these girls? Let's talk first of all to Lee Murphy, who's Director of Envisage Promotions. Lee, good morning to you.
Good morning. Thanks for having me on.
What sort of services do you provide then, Lee?
Everything. Promotional staff, event staff, hosts, hostesses, presenters, actors, lead generators, data capture teams, PR stunts, PR activities, anything that involves promoting a product or a service. We provide the people that do that.
And you've got to be good looking to get a job with you, have you?
No, absolutely not.
I'm just looking at your website here. It says our personnel have been selected for their reliability, appearance, experience and fantastic communication skills. But appearance is in there.
Yeah, well, appearance covers various parameters, doesn't it? So that might just be the physical appearance, but they look professional. They come looking the part. They're dressed as the client wants them to dress. And don't get me wrong, that's not necessarily looking sexy or provocative. That's a very small percentage from our promotional staff. Majority of clients want engaging, intelligent, articulate individual that can sell their products. That's generally what it's about.
So if a client came to you, Lee, and insisted that your personnel dressed in a particular way, and I think you know what I'm saying here, would you oblige?
Depends on the circumstances and depends whether girls, or I presume we're talking about girls here, are going to be exposed to. We're very protective of all the staff, the promotional staff that work for our clients. So we do a lot of due diligence with the client. We really break down what they're actually looking to achieve. Now, a lot of the clients, and it's changed over the past 5 years, the market really has changed. It's far less of the sexy, glamorous stuff. Clients want a bit more for their money. And that could be, they want leads collected, get a good database of clients that they can go at. And sometimes you do get clients with what I refer to as a bit of a dated attitude, where they might say, we want really attractive looking ladies. So we'll break that down with them and say, that's fine, but what are you actually looking to achieve? And we'll educate them that might not be necessarily the best approach.
Right.
But if a client wants somebody for ring girls or grid girls, or in this subject, walk-on ladies at the darts, then we'll oblige that, but we'll make sure that it's correct and it's professional, etc.
Right, but if somebody comes to you and directly asks you for attractive women dressed in a particular way, I hear what you say. You would go through with that request, and you would not feel uncomfortable doing it.
I will feel absolutely comfortable doing it. It's all within reason and it's all relative. It depends what that client is looking to achieve, what their product is that they're selling. For example, if they're at an exhibition and they're promoting their tanning material, then a client will hire from us ladies in a bikini or guys in trunks to show off their tanning material. So it's all relative to what that particular client is looking for.
Right, but what if it wasn't directly relevant? I'm just trying to think of a scenario here. I mean, let's say you were flogging, I don't know, cars, and a garage dealer, a car dealer, wanted scantily clad women to attend that event. How would you feel about that?
Yeah, again, it's down to education again, but we'll always what that client wants. Just to reiterate my previous point. If that isn't the way, in our expert opinion, and we are experts at Envisage, that is not going to generate them the best return on that investment, then we'll educate them. Now, if we feel uncomfortable with the situation, right, for example, to use your one there, that it's outside in a shopping centre area and you want a lady dressed scantily clad to promote your new car, we'll say that's not the way to go forward. The girls are going to be cold. You're not going to get the best out of them. They're not going to be motivated to generate the leads you need. So no, we'd educate the client that that's not going to work for them.
Okay. A final question, Lee. Is it well paid work? How much do these people get paid?
That varies really on location and exactly what they're doing. But yes, I mean, a lot of the girls, I mean, we'll talk about the girls here, we do a lot of guys as well. A lot of the girls that work for us, they earn very good income over a year.
How much?
I was speaking to a promotional lady that works for us yesterday that, that could be up to sort of 60% of her income. The walk on for the darts, the ring girls, the bridge girls.
How much are we talking?
And again, depends on what sort of shift they're doing. But if they're doing, say, 7 till 11, that could be sort of 80, 90 pounds for that shift.
So 90 quid for an evening's work?
Yeah, it depends on where it is and what they're doing exactly, but as a general idea.
All right. Should it be more than that?
Wow, that's way above what the market rate would be for that. I don't think it should be more than that. I think that's a fantastic hourly rate. And I think the more point here is, I think a lot of the time, I listen to some of your callers there and some of the people you spoke to in the street. These ladies are desperate to do this sort of work. We get probably in the region of 20 applications a day to join our agency, specifically because they want to do ring girl work and grid girl stuff, and they feel empowered doing it, and they love it. And who's to stop them wanting to do that sort of work?
Right. So just to confirm, we're looking at 20 quid an hour, possibly?
Yeah, it depends. Okay. It depends where it is and what they're doing.
Lee, thank you. Lee Murphy, Director of Envisage Promotions. 81333. Start your text message with the word teeth. Listening into this on the other line, Naomi Paxton, who works at Parliament as part of the Vote 100 team, marking the centenary of the suffragette movement. Naomi, good morning. What did you make of that?
Hello, good morning. I think it's great that Lee takes such due diligence with his clients, as he absolutely should. But it's interesting, you said so many women particularly come to his agency because they want to be presenters and actors and kind of show their skills. And one of the things that we know about the good girls is that they're just getting to show their bodies and not their skills. I think they could clearly do a lot more, and he would prefer, presumably, to get a higher rate for his clients and to extend their careers even further if they had something actually to do.
But nobody's been forced to do it. The women want to do it for 20 quid an hour. Go on.
No, it's not about being forced to do it, absolutely. And people will do the work that's made available to them. It's more about the overall culture of this. Why is this even an option for 20 quid an hour or nothing? If they're interested in the darts, it would be great to have them backstage talking to the players, finding out more about the darts, doing some podcasts or personal interactions with the players. They don't need to be standing there silent and scantily clad. I don't think that helps anybody, especially not the sport.
Right. Kelly Brook, then, is in the news today saying, this is well-paid work. What's wrong with it if people want to do it?
It's not about them wanting to do it. This is not a sort of a tradition. This is not an inevitability. This was created cynically as a kind of sexist marketing campaign, and the market has changed. The broadcasters have indicated their audience are not interested in seeing this anymore. I think it's about really, women are really underrepresented in sport. If you look at the back pages of whatever newspaper you're reading, you're going to see lots and lots of pictures of men doing sport, and women's sport does not get the coverage it deserves. And stuff like this does really not help. It's not about personal choice. It's about choice within a culture. Why is this a job? Why are they being asked to do this? What relevance does this have to sport? And why should essentially kind of soft porn be as part of a sporting event?
But because they want to do it. Women want to do it.
They don't want to do it. That's what they've been employed to do. That is what the option is. It's a different thing. This would not just spring up involuntarily. I've never been to a sporting event and seen spontaneous women in bikinis just get up. People are doing it because they're being paid to do it.
But nobody's forcing them to put on a bikini and do this work, are they?
But it's work, isn't it? It's not being forced to do work. That's what they're being employed to do. And what we're saying is actually that's inappropriate. A, that was never appropriate, but B, that people are realising how much more inappropriate that really is. And I could totally support the statement from the Women's Sport Trust, who said that, it's sports appeal, not sex appeal. And I think it's just really, it shouldn't even be a thing. And the fact that it is being challenged is really important. I understand what Kelly Brook's point is. Of course, I absolutely understand. And no one is suggesting that these women are forced or coerced into doing it. But the point that we're saying is this should not be a job in the first place. It's appealing to a very small demographic. It's very outdated. And if they want to employ women in that space, then they should make use of their talents and not just their bodies.
I come back to my original question, though, Naomi. We can talk about whether it's suitable for 2018, but the women who've earned money this way are really annoyed now that they won't be able to do it anymore.
Well, they your agency man was saying, there are an awful lot of opportunities, promotional opportunities, events, conferences. There are things, if they want to use their skills, sell things and be promotional, they can do that in all sorts of other ways. This is not promoting anything specific. This is not using their skills. This is absolutely sexualizing their bodies. They are being up there as silent bodies to be gawped at. That's not using their skills in any particular way. And he has said he's absolutely swamped with clients who want people to be promotional for different ways, and he's swamped with people who want to use their skills. I think he should absolutely be allowed to do that, and this should not be sexualized anymore.
Naomi, thank you. Naomi Paxton, who's part of the Vote 100 team, marking the centenary of the suffragette movement, securing the vote for women.